Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I was just doing this flight here. As you can see, I am flying around Phoenix, Arizona right now, and this was a test flight really. I was making some tweaks on my computer, and I have an older graphics card, the NVIDIA 2070, and I am flying right now in Phoenix using my Quest 3 VR, and I was trying really hard to get the frame rates really good and also the quality to be very detailed. And first of all, that little blue arrow thing in the middle of the screen there, if any of you guys know how to get rid of that, please let me know. I don't know if that's something that's popping up, and even this arrow really, but that's my mouse pointer. But as far as that blue arrow, I don't know if that's a Quest 3 thing or if that's built into the simulator. But if any of you guys know how to get rid of that, please let me know in the comments section. Also, one more thing. I was actually recording this. This was mainly for my own test here. I just wanted to kind of see how everything was working. So if you do hear a voice in the background, that's actually me. But for some reason, my microphone level was very low, and so I'm actually doing this right now as a voiceover, and you still may hear me in the background from time to time. But yeah, I was just flying around here. I did some tweaks, and as you can see, the detail and the quality is absolutely amazing. And I was getting approximately 50 frames per second when I was doing this flight, and I had my settings on medium, but on the higher end. I kind of maxed out a few other settings as far as like the textures and the terrain level of detail. I actually had on 175, and the object level of detail I had at about 100. So, and look at the reflections from the sun, you know, hitting the actual water there at the bottom, and the detail of all these all the buildings at the bottom here. It was very pretty incredible actually, and this was very enjoyable. This was probably one of the most enjoyable flights I've actually had so far, and it was mainly because of these new setting tweaks that I made. And I may have to make another video to actually go through those settings, what I did, but I was also using the virtual desktop application, and if you guys are not familiar with that, it's a paid application. It's like about $18-20 roughly that you can get on the Quest store, and it basically enables you to go into this virtual reality room and you know, basically see all your desktop in front of you, but you can also go into the VR mode. And the nice thing about it though is that even though I don't necessarily need that in order to fly around in VR mode, it basically will it gives me some extra features that I don't normally get with the normal mode, as far as space warp, which I was also using in this particular instance, and that really helps with the frames per second. It helps quite a bit, and I was actually surprised on using, because I also have another computer with a NVIDIA 4080, and I'm gonna have to do a similar test on that to see how that's actually gonna work. I can only imagine it's gonna work better, but I was very, very surprised. I mean, look, you can see, you can see all the detail, the cars in the street there. Everything looks very vibrant and very true to what it would normally look like in the Phoenix area. So yeah, I just wanted to just show you guys this, and I was really excited, and this is nothing more exciting to me than being in a virtual reality sort of setting. And if you haven't tried it yet, you have to give it a try. It's absolutely amazing. You literally feel like you're in the cockpit. It's completely different than having a monitor. And I actually have in my setup, I have several monitors that I can use when I'm in the desktop mode. I do have one in front of me and two on the side that I can use, and when I'm in the desktop 2D. But being in the virtual reality setting is incredible, absolutely incredible. It's so much better and much more enjoyable. So if I could get to those settings, where I can get this kind of detail and also have decent frame rates, that's like the ultimate for me. I can literally see all the different landmarks here. If you're familiar with where you're flying, you can literally see everything just like it normally is. So I really wanted to just show you guys this, and I'm gonna be flying here. I was kind of flying in this particular instance, just kind of, I wasn't using any ATC or anything like that. I was basically just kind of flying around, and like I said, this was mainly a test, and I was using no maps or anything like that. So I was kind of just going by certain landmarks and trying to find my way around here. But I do eventually, it's coming up here very soon, but I will be flying towards the Phoenix Mesa Williams Gateway Airport, and I started to get some stutters there, and I was wondering what it was. And you're going to see here in just a second what actually caused it. And let me just wait a second here. But yeah, that was like the first major stutter that I saw throughout this particular flight. And right about here, you'll see a message pop up. There it is. And it basically something to do with my bandwidth and the photogrammetry. I guess there wasn't enough bandwidth, or the bandwidth was very low to load the photogrammetry, and I wasn't really sure what to do here. And I instead of clicking on ignore, I actually clicked on turn off photogrammetry, and you're going to see here all the textures. I guess that's one of the nice things about the photogrammetry. It really gives a lot of detail as far as all the different structures. But you can see there on the left hand side, you can see the textures starting to change. Like certain buildings, instead of having those like the 3D quality, they basically get pretty much flattened out. And like right there, you're going to see that building there just kind of like gets flattened out. And so that's something I'm gonna have to check on. It said something about my bandwidth being a little bit too low, and I do have my computer was using an Ethernet cable going directly to the router to basically maximize the amount of bandwidth that I could actually use. and you know, the speed of it all. So because when you're using the virtual desktop, you definitely need to have a fast internet, a decent, you know, it needs to be at least 5G basically in order for it to work properly. And right there in the front there is when I started to see, I could see the tower of the Williams Gateway Airport, so I started to fly towards there. And as you can see also, compared to some of my other videos, like the interior, the gauges are a lot more clearer than they were in other videos basically. So, you know, I definitely made some tweaks in my NVIDIA settings and the control panel or whatever it's called. But look at that, you can see the field there at the bottom, and it is absolutely stunning as far as the quality. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a try on my laptop also, which has a better graphics card. I'm concerned though that, you know, it's a laptop. It wasn't necessarily meant for gaming, but it does have a very powerful CPU and a powerful graphics card. So I'm going to give that a try also, and then see how that actually works, if it works better. I'm sure it will. But right now I'm basically trying to line up here for landing at the Williams Phoenix Mesa airport, and I think I put my flaps 1 there, and also I'll be turning here base very shortly. And I'm sorry guys, I know it's getting a little bit quieter now, and you can definitely hear my my voice that was dictating on the original video. So I may have to lower the engine sounds just a little bit. I didn't really know how to actually increase the microphone sound while also reducing the engine sounds, so I just decided to, I suppose I could have just put some, you know, engine sounds in there, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try to keep it as real as possible. And that is, I think is right about here. I will be turning base to land. But yeah, absolutely incredible. I mean, the detail. I did make a slight correction to the colors. The colors were very similar to what you're seeing right now. I just increased the saturation just a bit, just a slight amount, and but it was very similar to this even before. And one of the things that I noticed here as I was landing, I was like, what is going on with that runway? It doesn't normally look like this. You know, I should be able to see the runway numbers, 30 left, but the runway was literally washed out in white. And I was like trying to figure out what is going on, but I believe because after I completed this landing and stopped this video, I basically turned the photogrammetry back on, and everything just kind of came in, you know, looking the way it should. So, but yeah, it definitely doesn't look like this normally, as far as, you know, being all whited out, like, you know, like asbestos or something is on the runway. So but yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to show this flight here for you all, and I may have to, you know, do another video. If you guys are interested, just let me know in the comment section if you want me to show you what settings I I made differently than I was using before. And like I said, this is just on my older computer with a NVIDIA 2070, which, you know, I actually thought was pretty decent, but I guess these days it's not really that great anymore. But I was able to push it quite a bit, and I thought that, you know, this was very, very good quality. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there, and you know, I will see you all here very soon. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I am going to be posting more videos here in the near future, and I'll see you all here very soon.